All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Spiritual War Room. We are going to look into the gangs taking over the apartment complex in Aurora. I'm from Colorado, so yeah, we are going to look into whether or not these claims are true. Are gangs taking over? A Venezuelan gang are are believed to be responsible for the videos that everybody has seen of these gang members breaking into apartments. So we're gonna look into that. We're gonna look into what were the break-ins over. Were they looking for someone? Were they just there to steal? What was their intentions as they're breaking in? Have the gangs taken over this apartment complex? We're going to look into whether, the landlords, the we're going to look into them and their truth, because I believe they were about to go to trial for slum-like conditions. We're going to look into how the residents are feeling at this time, and what do Coloradoans and the rest of the country needs to know right now. Okay, guys? Before we jump into this, don't forget to show me some love, like, share, subscribe. All right, guys. First, we're going to look into what were these break-ins over? What were they all over? Were they looking for someone? Were they just there to steal, to intimidate? What was the purpose of these break-ins? We have King of Swords. What were these break-ins over? Okay, King of Swords, Three of Swords. They were looking for someone. They didn't know who they were looking for, but they knew they were looking for someone there. This could have been a couple. This feminine energy lied to They were looking for someone. I don't know if they were looking for this feminine energy or someone that this feminine energy was connected to. Okay. Okay. So what? Okay. Whoever these men were, and if they're in a gang and they're all connected, they're going to have each other's backs. No matter how, I don't know, no matter how stupid the situation is. I'm getting that there could have been a couple, two people. The masculine could have been connected to this group. This person got their feelings hurt because their partner was out here hoeing around with someone else. This person could have gotten pregnant. So here they're looking for someone. They have it like a sketch, like, oh, this is what they look like. Go knock down doors until you find this person. Bring him to me. Could have. They wanted to get rid of this person with death. But this was over infidelity. Like, again, this group, they're friends, They all ride together. So when somebody tells everybody, hey, this person, my partner broke my heart, let's go take care of it. No, I don't know if they were looking for... No, with this sketch. They could have been looking for the masculine, but he's nowhere to be found here. This truth came out. I don't know how it came out, but there was a baby involved. That pissed someone off. Their ego really got hurt with the devil, 3 of Swords. That's why death, yeah. They wanted to go after someone. They didn't, all they knew was maybe, like, all they had was, like, maybe a photo. Find this person. And they're like, all right, cool. They probably could have gotten some information. Yeah, they live in this apartment complex, in this building. I don't know. Oh, here, look. I was going to look into whether or not, like, what was going on with the landlords. Have the gangs taken over this apartment complex? Now, remember, this apartment complex, I believe they had some kind of legal issues that they had to go before the courts. And this situation being put on stage gave this person, this King of Pentacles, this could have been the person who owns these apartment complexes, the chance to kind of sneak away from having to go to court because all this commotion is going on. You know, this is national news. I think even Elon Musk was talking about it, how, you know, gangs are taking over, and it's really not that. No, you know, the gangs are a problem, but this wasn't something like some Venezuelan gang who's coming over to extort and blackmail and, you know, threaten people. This group was carrying out something because one of their friends, somebody who probably could get the group to act, somebody that they knew, got their ego hurt, and come on, let's, like I said, they all ride together. Now, the owner of these complexes used this to their advantage. It's all over the news. They're telling the court, like, I need more time, and they're just trying to get away from, they're hoping that this narrative will stick. Then they're gonna have some kind of outcome that they like when it comes to this court ruling, because they've refused to fix anything. It's their responsibility to fix things if they're, you know, plumbing, water, trash, lighting, electrical, you know, all that stuff. It's their responsibility to take care of it. And they weren't doing that. And having to go to court was stressing them out. But because this happened and it gained so much national attention, they used this to their advantage to say, oh, you know what, like, that's why we haven't been taking care of anything, because we're so scared and afraid. And no, these people are just being cheap. They didn't want to fix anything. They wanted to keep the maximum and pay the minimum when it came to fixing the things that they needed to fix. And by this gaining momentum and the narrative, people believing this narrative, this person's able to, you know, get out of whatever legal problem they find themselves in currently. It might come back around. I don't know. All right. So I think that kind of answers those questions. What were the break-ins over? What were they looking for? Have gangs taken over? No. It was the landlords. The landlord just used this to their advantage so they wouldn't have to deal with whatever legal issues they were having to deal with. Now let's look into the residents. How do the residents feel? Finally, they kind of feel like finally they might get some help, because attention is being drawn to them, even if it's not for the correct reasons. At least they'll be able to make some noise and people might actually listen, because their landlords weren't wanting to listen. Like, look, we were struggling here. That our landlord wouldn't ever take care of the issues that needed to be taken care of. It's almost like he's like, fuck you, nowhere to be found. We go to the office, and where are they? They're nowhere to be found. Our toilets are backed up. Our electrical, our outlets aren't working. Something's wrong, or there's no one. That's how they feel. They feel like, what, even though, yeah, look, he's trying to avoid judgment. He might get in trouble because it could be she. The landlord failed to take care of the things that needed to be taken care of. The residents feel, even though this attention isn't correct, it's attention that can be directed to their cause and what's really going on. Yeah, that this landlord is nowhere to be found. We don't have anyone to get in contact with. There are people who feel like they're trapped in their situation. This is all I can afford right now, or I don't know where else to go. But it's not a good, safe environment, and it's because the landlord fails to do their part. Yeah, we can't. There's no one to help us. Who's to help us get out of these situations? Who do we contact? They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. So it's kind of... Okay, anyways. What do Coloradoans and the U.S. need to know about international crime groups? Okay. The card that fell out was the Three of Swords. But I'm not really sure what. Because what I heard first, it's an illusion. That there is conflict. There are groups that you need to watch out for. But it's not as big of an issue as they try to make it out to seem. Three of Swords, it's almost, they use, like, there's gonna be bad shit that happens in any group of people. And when something really heinous occurs, people who don't like that group like to jump on this, create this narrative that this is such a huge problem. And other people who might not like that group will start doing the same thing. So it is an illusion, although there are gangs, there are these things that come up. It's not as big as people want to make it seem like it is. Okay. The sun illuminates the illusion. Queen of Stakes. Yeah, this Queen of Stakes is there was a message that they were going to people's homes to look for one person. Oh, this illusion, they're hoping that it will like call people into action. Because if they can make people feel like they're being outcasted, our homes are being taken over by Venezuelans and Mexicans, and I don't know who else they want to say, but they're saying this is what they're saying. This is the message that they want people to believe, so they can divert the heat off of them to something else. Like, oh, pay attention to that over there. Don't look over here because I got my own shit that I don't want anybody to see. That's what they're doing. They use these isolated incidents to demonize groups, to I don't know. It causes a lot of confusion. But all of this confusion it's going all around the country that, oh my God, Venezuelan gangs. No, they went to certain apartments looking for someone. I don't think they were knocking down everybody's door, but if they thought it could be like maybe 2 or 3 different apartments, right? And they went looking for that person, and they're criminals, so they don't care if they do anything, especially if there's not a heavy police presence. So let's look into that. Is there a lack of police presence in Aurora, in this area? Is there a lack of police presence? Do police need to do more? It's saying they do. 3 of Pentacles, they work together. Different groups work together. They've been watching. The people who sneak around, they watch them. That's what their job is. The people who are doing shady shit, they're the eyes. They do have eyes around this apartment complex. I'm not taking all of these. There's too many. But yeah, they do. I mean, obviously they might not have as many police officers as they might need. They do with what they have. Yeah. Maybe there's not enough funding for the police department. They're lacking resources or qualified police officers. But they do their best. That's what it's saying. They do their best. Given that they're given very little, makes it hard. They love their communities. They wanna protect. It's their job. I know that police officers, they usually live in. Oh, I was gonna say, I know police officers usually work in different areas. They don't usually police the areas that they live in. That's what it's saying. It's like more community policing, because these are people who actually care about their community and what happens. And when you tend to know the people in the community, there's less misunderstandings. It takes a village. You need, especially when it comes to the young ones. Yeah, these people who might be misguided by maybe toxic relationships, by their parents, or unhealthy living situations. Just, these are kids who need guidance from wise people who know how to guide these people, these kids. Target the children. Community policing is, you know, for the kids. This is for the kids. So that's what Coloradoans and the rest of the United States needs to know. Community policing. I know that's not anything new, but you have to bring people's love for their communities back into the community. Stop giving these jobs to outsiders because that's how these corrupt cops are able to jump from, you know, different police departments, because it's not weird that, oh well, this person lives, I don't know, it's just that really needs to stop and put the focus back into rebuilding communities. It's really, that's what it's saying. Community policing is an important step towards bringing more harmony into communities. So yeah, the narrative about these Venezuelan gangs taking over, it's not true. Okay. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate the love and support. All right, guys, and I will see you guys next time.